look beautiful. I stepped up here so I could see y'all. But thank you so much. I'm going to be brief because I know the longer that I speak, that's fewer voter contacts that you are making. Right? I know how this works. You know, I beat my first out-of-touch Republican incumbent 18 years ago when I went to the State House. No one thought I could do it. I was way behind in the polls, and you know, folks sort of patted me on the head and you just running to get your name out there for next time. And I said, no, we're going to win. You watch me. And we had an army of volunteers just like people in this room. And we went out there with our message about how public education should be Michigan's #1 priority, that we are stronger when we are in this together, that we need to create an economy that works for everyone. We need to make sure we respect women and their choices and access to health care, and that they need to be paid the same as men. That our diversity of our people is our greatest strength, that, you know, we need to build an economy in Michigan that works for everyone, not just for a few. Right. That's what my campaign was about 18 years ago. That's what this campaign has been about. And of course, you know I won that election.
All right.
As you will again.
Points, by the way. But I know how important your work is. I mean, look, I didn't get to a point where this race is literally a jump ball with 2 days to go. Well, I say 2 because tomorrow's a work day. 2 days of work. I didn't get that in this position without an army of volunteers.
All right.
People that are passionate about our state. This is a movement.
Yes, it is.
This is a movement.
Yeah.
And so I'm here to say, and where's my friend? ¿Cómo se llama su otra?
Lea.
Lea Tovaria. Ella me dijo que hablar un poco en español, que sí se puede.
¡Sí se puede!
Cuando trabajamos juntos y completar el trabajo. Ándale.
Sí, está bien.
Vamos a ganar juntos.
¡Sí se puede!
¡Sí se puede!
Winnie understands what I'm saying. But I'm here to say thank you. That this is our time, yeah, ojalá, inshallah. This is our time to finish the job. This is our time to bring it home. You know, the choice is, what kind of Michigan do we want to leave for our children and our grandchildren?
You don't want a sniper?
What? Amen, brother. What my opponent has done is created a Michigan that is not our best Michigan. You know, his policies are working well for a few, but at the expense of most Michiganders. That's not our best Michigan. So it is literally in our hands. You know, I'm standing here with my wife, Christine. This is the next First Lady.
All right!
I think, like all of us in this room, Christine and I sort of live the Michigan dream. You know my story. My dad was a high school science teacher in public schools.
All right.
My mother was a registered nurse.
Yes.
Christine, who, you know, I grew up in mid-Michigan. Christine's from Negaunee in the Upper Peninsula.
Yes.
Her father was a United Steelworker. Worked in the underground iron ore mines. Hard-working person. Her mother was a nurse as well. So I want you to know a little bit about Christine and me. But you know, it is time for us to bring it home. You know, you might have seen the headlines in the newspaper this morning, where we are dead tired of the polls. It's 47-47. Here's the way I look at it. It is just a question of whether do we want it bad enough?
Yeah.
Are we willing to fight for it? Yeah. Are we willing to give everything we have?
Yeah.
Until 8 p.m. tomorrow night.
Yeah.
That is what it will take.
All
I
right.
want you to look at this for me and Winnie and all of our great candidates, and Brandon, you too. You're in a pretty safe district.
Still look at it.
But we don't want to take anything for granted. But, you know, I want you to understand that as a result of our efforts, not only are you going to elect me governor, you're going to elect Mark Totten as our attorney general, you're going to elect Richard and Bernstein and Bill Murphy and Deborah Thomas to the Supreme Court. Gary Peters is our next U.S. Senator. Godfrey Dillard is our Secretary of State. All of our candidates here, Bob Goodrich to the U.S. Congress, all of our candidates, Lynn to the State House. You're going to elect me governor. You're going to put a gavel in the hands of Winnie and Brandon and Lynn when they're in the majority in the State House.
All right.
Wednesday morning, we begin the work of changing the direction of our state that we love so much, but we got to fight for it.
Yeah.
We got to fight for it. So here's what I want you to think, and I'm going to stop because I want you to get out there. Is every door you hit could decide this election. Every phone call